What's up, y'all? So what's going on, y'all? So listen, as I always say, a lot of the things that I experience and go through, I will be coming online sharing, simply because I feel like a lot of people could learn from mistakes that I've made in my life, and I've made plenty. So most of my issue has really come from self-discipline, focus, or lack thereof. That being said, there's sort of a constant battle in my mind when it comes to being there for people, or just doing anything that I feel in my heart I want to do. I want to be able to do it. I want to be able to love on the people that I love without having to check my bank account. Okay, so what brought this video on is that I told my mother that I would do something, and this was like 2 days prior to today. So in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll just work my next 2 days this way, and I'll be able to go ahead and do what I said I wanted to do. Needless to say, the day got here, and I was unable to do it. So, I asked myself, I said, Kendra, when you said you would do this, you knew in your mind what you had going on, and you also knew, you were kind of talking before you were able to, if that makes sense. So I say I had to make the call. I had to call her. I had to make the call and let her know, like, hey, let's retract that. I'll talk to you about it another time. My heart gets in front of me so much. I wanted to be able to be that person at the same capacity that I was before. And it just got me to also thinking about why we agree to do certain things, or we offer ourselves to certain things, when in our heart we know that we really need to be focusing on something else, right? And for me, I say it's people pleasing. When you add the elements of being a people pleaser to the people you love. I'm not a people pleaser. Let me be very clear about that. I'm not a normal, regular people pleaser. I never have been, because I already could see how people come in and how people land off the rip. So let me just say that I'm not a general people pleaser, because I could care less, okay? But when I see or I feel that heart space opening, and I see or if I feel something that opens my heart, that's what makes me a people pleaser in those instances. So I was again listening to Erin Lyons. She's a psychic reader who I'm just so in love with because of the way that she teaches. She teaches in a way that anybody can digest. If you're not into psychic readings, then that's not your thing. The fact that I was just so quick to offer myself to do a certain thing, it brought up something that I thought I had genuinely and honestly healed through, which was the people-pleasing aspect of relationships. I feel like if I love you, I want you to be happy. And sometimes it could be at the expense of yourself. And I just want to challenge y'all to look at where you're people pleasing, where you're not able to people please. It's okay if that's your thing. Like me, I would not spare an expense when it comes to the people that I love. So if that's just what you enjoy doing, by all means, do it. If you are in a season in your life where you're not freely and comfortably able to fulfill certain things, don't offer to do it. Just don't offer to do it. You know, a lot of times we could feel this pressure to be that person before you're that person. Even if you used to be and you're like, oh, okay, well, I could get it back, or oh, okay, I know how to swing this way. Sometimes God is, so this is the way God chose to deal with me. I had ended up making a certain amount of money, but I needed it for something. So I said, Kendra, are you gonna keep up this facade of, oh yeah, I got it, and oh yeah, it's no big deal, and are you gonna keep that facade up? Because it's a facade. And it's a facade because you know in your heart that you have other things that you need to be taken care of. And I really just want to challenge y'all to look at where you might be people pleasing. And again, it's okay to make the people around you happy and comfortable, and to just give everybody the world if you have it. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you don't have it, all you're doing is putting yourself in a position to, if you are an overthinker like me, if you stress the way that I do, if you need ample alone time the way that I do, if you need so much to be in place in order for you to be able to move and groove throughout your day and your week, take a look at where you might be overextending yourself. Because I'm telling y'all from experience, I had a mental break last year, right before the summer. And it was intense. It was intense. And I always knew this. I always had a grasp on what to expect from outside reality, if that makes sense. So I always knew that you needed to be a certain way dealing with the world. But last year really taught me the importance of having your stuff together. Because whatever you're dealing with, you don't need added pressure onto it, especially when it comes to your mental health. So get your stuff in order, keep it in order, and don't let up for nothing or nobody, because you're the one that has to deal with the consequences of internally. But you have to be at a point in life where you could take a minute. And if last year taught me nothing else, it taught me to get your stuff in order and keep your stuff in order, so that whenever you need a moment to yourself, you can take it, and you can take it without stressing about it. You could take it without you could take it without overthinking about what you have coming up. And I do believe that most of the things that we go through in life, a lot of it is self-inflicted. And I also believe that sometimes we may not mean to put ourselves in these positions financially, whatever the case is, we may not mean to put ourselves in these positions. However, here we are. And when it comes to that, you have to really take a step back and look at yourself. What are you doing? What are you not doing? What is it that's keeping you in this loop of experiencing the same day over and over and over again? Experiencing the same weeks over and over and over again. It's on us. It's on us. Whether you have a big heart, whether you're a people pleaser, whether you just simply love seeing other people happy, but sometimes it could be at the detriment of yourself. And when it's at the detriment of yourself, the only force that you really have to answer to is God. And God is going to have those conversations with you in private. So just stop the people pleasing. Just stop. Look, we are now in a time where we have to let anybody think, believe, and feel whatever it is that comes to their heart and their mind. Because we really cannot do anything about the way people see us. And I'm not saying that was the situation with my mother. It's something that I really wanted to do. And I just had to take a rain check on it, honey. So, yeah, just look at your relationships. Look at the way that you operate in the world. Are you being truly who you are? Or are you attempting to people please? And it's okay, because the reason we're here is to please and to serve each other. So I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing. But where are you falling short? This season right now, from September to December, focus on you. I will see y'all in my next video. Have a good day.